You take me home and give me wings to fly. We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Storybook Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable preemie baby booties, and I'll be walking you through two different sizes, a 2-inch baby booty and a 2.5-inch baby booty. So you can choose exactly what you need for your project. These little booties work up quickly and are perfect for NICU donations, baby charities, and gifting to families with tiny fighters. If you're interested in donating your finished pieces, I've added links to the description to wonderful organizations that accept handmade preemie items. So let's grab our supplies and we'll get started. For supplies today, we are going to need worsted weight 4 yarn, and I am using 2 different colors for this project, but you can also just use one color if you just want a solid color for your baby booties. So to work up the 2 different sizes, all we're going to do is change our hook. It's the same pattern for both sizes, we're just changing hook size. So for the smaller 2-inch baby booties, we are using a 3mm crochet hook. And for the bigger 2.5-inch baby booties, we are using a 4mm crochet hook. You're also going to need some scissors and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. Alright, so I've already made up one baby booty here, so I'll just show it to you one time and you can then go and re-watch it to make your second baby booty. So we're going to start with the sole of the shoe here. So you're going to want your color that you want that to be in the cuff if you are changing your colors. So for these, I am starting with pink. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and make our slip knot. And then we are going to make a chain of 7. Alright, so now that we have our chain made, we are going to start in the second chain from our hook. So you're going to skip this first one as this is our turning chain. And we'll work our first half double crochet into the second chain. So to make a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, we're going to insert our hook into that second chain, grab your yarn and pull that through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And then we're going to repeat that in the exact same chain. So we'll end up with 2 half double crochets in that same chain. This is also called a half double crochet increase. So next we're going to make 4 half double crochets across the chain. So 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, so at this point you have 1 chain left at the end, and we are going to put 4 half double crochets in that 1 chain. Alright, so after those 4 are made, you're going to see that the bottom of the chain is now facing up. This is also called working on the opposite side of the chain. So you might see that in some written patterns. So next we're going to make 4 more half double crochets across the bottom of that chain. And as you do this, you can work over that tail there to help weave that in. So when you go into your next stitch, that tail will be on top of your hook. And then you'll just make your half double crochet like normal. And that's just crocheting around that so that it helps to weave that in. Okay, so we now have the 4 half double crochets made and we have 1 chain left here. We're going to do a half double crochet increase in that last chain. So we'll put 2 half double crochets in that last one there. Okay, and to finish off round number 1, we're going to slip stitch to the very first half double crochet that we made. And then you're going to chain 1. And that finishes round 1 for us. If you crocheted over that tail, you can go ahead and just snip that off. If not, I would go ahead and weave that in. That way it's out of your way as you're working the next round. So moving on to round number 2, we are going to start out by making 2 half double crochet increases. So we'll put 2 in each of the next 2 stitches. So go ahead and go into the same stitch as your chain and make your first 2. And then you'll make your next increase in the next stitch. After that, we're going to make 3 half double crochets, 1 in each stitch. All right, so at this point, we are now going to make 6 half double crochet increases. So you're going to put those 2 half double crochets in each of the next 6 stitches. So after those 6 increases are done, you can now see the rounded part of the toe starting to shape. So next we're going to make 3 half double crochets. All right, and then to finish it off, we're going to do 2 half double crochet increases. If you are going to change your color to a second color, this is the time where we're going to go ahead and cut a tail of the first color we were using, and then we'll grab the second color. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and insert your hook into that first stitch from this round. And then instead of pulling that same color through, you're going to grab your second color and pull that through. And then you'll chain 1 to secure that. And you might need to tug on those tails a little bit to get those stitches closed up. All right, so now we are going to build up the sides of the shoe here. So for this round, we will be working in the back loop only. So if you're not familiar with this, normally when we do a stitch, we go under both loops of each of the stitches. They kind of make a V shape. Instead, when you're working the back loop only, you're going to go between the V and then just go under that back loop to work all of your stitches. So to start this out, we're going to start in the same stitch as our chain, and we're going to make 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. And again, you can work over those tails to weave those in as you go. Just make sure all of these half double crochets are worked in the back loops only all the way around. Now that we are back to the beginning, go ahead and slip stitch into that first stitch that you made from the round. And if you haven't already, snip off those tails if you worked over them. If not, go ahead and weave those in. It's just easier to do that now before the booty is kind of closed up. It makes it a little bit more difficult to weave those in. Moving on to row number 4, we're going to start out with some single crochets. So we're going to make 10 single crochets. All right, next we are going to make a half double crochet decrease. So to make these decreases, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up your loop, and then you're going to yarn over again, insert your hook into the next stitch, and pull up a loop. You're going to have 5 loops on your hook, then you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops. So that is a half double crochet decrease, and we're just making 1 of those. And then next we're going to do double crochet decreases, and we'll do 3 of these. So to make a double crochet decrease, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, and pull up our loop, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, insert into the next stitch, pull up your loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And that is a double crochet decrease. I'll show you that again one more time slowly. Okay, so we now have 2 of those. We're going to make 1 more double crochet decrease. All right, so we have 1 half double crochet decrease, 3 double crochet decreases, and we're going to make 1 more half double crochet decrease. And then to finish off the round, we are going to make 6 single crochets. And then we'll slip stitch to the first stitch from this round and chain 1. Round number 5 is going to be our last decrease round, and we are going to start off by making 8 single crochets. After your single crochets, we are going to make 2 half double crochet decreases. So there's our first one, and then you'll make 1 more. Okay, so there's 2 half double crochet decreases. In the next stitch, we're just going to make 1 regular double crochet. And then we're going to make 2 more half double crochet decreases. And then we're going to finish off this round by making 4 single crochets. And then slip stitch and chain 1. We have now finished off the main part of the base of our booty, so now we're going to build up the cuff of it. So for this round, next round, which will be round 6, we're just going to put 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. If you are changing colors back to the same color as the sole of our baby booty, you're going to do that in the next round. All right, so if you're changing colors, go ahead and snip that color off and grab your next color. And then again, you're just going to pull that through that first stitch there and chain 1. So now for the next 3 rows, we're just going to half double crochet around just like we did in the last round. So you're just going to put 1 half double crochet in each stitch. And this will finish off the baby booty for us. So go ahead and work those 3 rounds of half double crochets, and then I will show you how to finish off the tail there at the end, and then you will be finished making your first pair of baby booties. Before we move on to finishing our baby booties, let me know down in the comments below who you're making these booties for. Is it for a little one that you know in your life? Or are you donating these to an organization? And if so, let us know which one that you're donating to. All right, so we have now finished through the 3rd round here of our half double crochets. So we're going to go ahead and just slip stitch to that first one like normal. And then kind of just pull out a loop there and cut your tail. Then you'll just pull that through your loop and grab your yarn needle. And then I just kind of come down through the next stitch to the base of this first row of half double crochets, and then I'll just go back and forth a few times to weave that in. We just want to make sure that we don't leave any tails at all on this, because they can get wrapped around baby's toes or their feet, and we definitely don't want that to happen. All right, now that we're done with that, all that's left to do is just to fold this cuff down. And you are finished with your baby booty. So if you just finished your first one, you'll just rewatch it to go ahead and make your second one, and then you'll be finished with your pair. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today. I hope you enjoyed making these sweet little preemie booties in both the 2-inch and 2.5-inch sizes. They're small but mighty, and they truly make a difference for families and babies in the NICU. If you would like to donate your finished items, don't forget to check out the links in the description. I've listed several incredible organizations that accept handmade preemie. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with anyone else who loves to crochet for a good cause. I do have several more preemie videos coming out. If you want to check those out, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss those. Until next time, happy crocheting!
Take me home. Give me wings to fly. We can run away. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run